The results of the universe-level qualification battle have been settled, with Luo Feng standing out with undisputed strength, far surpassing other geniuses of his edition. However, what is the true combat power of the other geniuses? Between Luo Feng and Fei Tuo, who is the strongest? And how do the newly introduced characters rank on the power chart? Before I give spoilers for you today, let me first provide a comprehensive power comparison analysis. Let's first analyze the strength of Zhang Mo, Shen Shui, Ai Chen, and Wuka. Among the universe-level members of the beginning void space, they are at the bottom. The reason is simple. They have only been with the virtual universe company for a mere 100 years and have only reached the 5th level of the heavenly bridge in terms of understanding the original laws, which is significantly behind the veteran members who have trained for over 1,000 years. In fact, even the weakest of the veteran members in the beginning void space has already broken through to the 6th level of the heavenly bridge. Among these new members, Zhang Mo's cultivation talent is slightly weaker, while Wuka's combat power stands out more. Wuka, after all, has a top-tier bloodline among the human clan. With her exceptional talent, she naturally cultivates faster than the other members. As for Rong Jun, despite being a member of the primordial void space, his actual strength is not much different from the new members of the beginning void space. His could join the primordial void space is more due to the time constraints of the competition rather than overwhelming combat strength. However, Rong Jun possesses the indomitable will to improve and can match Wuka in terms of cultivation speed. As a result, their combat power is currently almost the same. For this reason, unless Rong Jun makes a qualitative leap in strength before the next universe-level qualification battle, he will likely face the same fate as Wuka and others, that is being demoted to the universe void space. Although Rong Jun has already broken through to the 6th level of the heavenly bridge, clearly stronger than Rong Jun and others, as a combat-type warrior, even though he has only trained for a little over 100 years, his combat skills are still on par with those of the veteran members who have trained for at least 1,000 years. Among the 30 veteran members, Rong Jun's performance, reaching the average level and ranking in the top 20, is already a remarkable achievement for a new member. Are you curious why Rong Jun, despite his strength and cultivation talent being inferior to Bolan and Luo Feng, has already been accepted as a disciple by a universe venerable when he only reached the universe level? The reason lies in his appearance and aura, which are very similar to the founder of the Huge Axe Dojo. As the descendant of a true god with extraordinary talent, if he does not fall, his future accomplishments will undoubtedly be exceptional. As for Bolan, although he was defeated by Luo Feng in the qualification battle and demoted to the beginning void space, he has already broken through to the 7th level of the heavenly bridge. With his strength, he can rank in the top 3 of the beginning void space. In fact, in terms of laws comprehension, Luo Feng admits that he is not as good as Bolan at the moment. This is why in the qualification battle, Luo Feng could not defeat Bolan with just his comprehension of the laws and was even at a disadvantage. However, when Luo Feng used the spiritual energy amplitude secret technique, he was able to quickly reverse the situation. I will explain the reason for this later. Suppose Luo Feng did not break through to the domain master level. Based on his current strength, unless he uses the spiritual energy amplitude secret technique, he cannot rank first among the universe-level members of the primordial void space. The reason is that although he has cultivated for 50 years since joining the primordial void space, in terms of his understanding of the original laws, he is still at the peak of the 7th level of the heavenly bridge, with a long way to go before reaching the 8th level. Meanwhile, Fei Tuo has already broken through to the 8th level of the heavenly bridge, making her the strongest genius among the universe-level members. Therefore, without relying on the powerful spiritual energy amplitude secret technique, Luo Feng cannot defeat Fei Tuo. Are you curious where Hong would rank among them? Although Hong successfully passed the illusion set by the King Illusion Spirit and joined the elite training camp of the Huge Axe Dojo, he cannot freely obtain a nutrient chamber like the core members, so his physical attributes cannot evolve to the highest rank for his level. Therefore, based on his normal absorption of cosmic energy, his cultivation over nearly 200 years would likely place him at the mid-level of the universe level. If we assume that Hong has reached the 9th level of the universe level, even compared to the core members of the virtual universe company, if placed in the lowest level of the core members, the apocalypse void space, he would still rank at the bottom. After all, even though spiritual energy masters, who are skilled in illusions, cannot affect Hong, as core members, they can easily defeat him with their spiritual weapons. Although Hong has a strong will and has become an elite, there is still a gap between him and the core members. Of course, the main reason for Hong's slower training progress is the lack of sufficient resources and a better environment. The original law elements in the void space or the secret realms of the universe are more concentrated, which can help Hong comprehend the laws much faster. However, training on other planets cannot be compared to this speed. You might be curious why I included Hong in the analysis. The reason is that he is also a genius. Do you remember the Mirage Sea that Luo Feng passed through? Luo Feng's achievements surprised the higher-ups of the Virtual Universe Company, and they began to pay attention to him. After Hong passed the Mirage Sea, the high-level members of the Huge Axe Dojo were shocked. Not only did they block news about Hong, but they also directly made him a named disciple of a true god and a disciple of a universe master, instantly elevating his status above Luo Feng. You might wonder, since they wanted to accept Hong as a disciple, why not directly make him an official disciple instead of a named one? This was mainly to avoid causing dissatisfaction among the other high-level members of the Huge Axe Dojo, who might feel that Hong was unworthy of such a position. At the same time, this is also a test for Hong. For the most powerful beings in the original universe, if Hong is unable to meet the basic requirements for becoming an immortal, he would not be qualified to become a disciple of a true god. It is worth mentioning that Hong's talent ranks barely in the top 10 among all humans. Despite this, his chance of breaking through to become an eternal true god is still quite low. Compared to the strong beings of the origin continent, Hong's talent can be considered ordinary, even insignificant. The gap between him and Luo Feng is like a chasm, as Luo Feng is the person with the highest cultivation talent in the entire origin world. Now, what about Hong's lover, Ji Qing? Although the core members of the Universe Mercenary Alliance do not have the fame and status of the core members of the Virtual Universe Company and the Huge Axe Dojo, her strength is by no means inferior. She became the disciple of the King Illusion Spirit when she was at the stellar level and was successfully absorbed into the core members of the Universe Mercenary Alliance, proving her talent is on par with Bolan. If she were at the universe level, there is no doubt that her strength would rival the top 3 members of the Virtual Universe Company's beginning void space or even the members of the primordial void space. However, the production team designed a life core for Ji Qing, meaning that her current level is Domain Master, which differs from the description in the novel. If her training time were similar to that of Rong Jun, Wuka, and others, her strength would likely be closer to the mid or lower level members of the Virtual Universe Company's beginning void space. The reason is simple, where if she had reached the level of a primordial void space member in such a short training time, the Universe Venerable would have already accepted her as a disciple. Obviously, she has not. Similarly, Luo Feng, who has also trained for a short period, with his current understanding of the original law, ranks at the very bottom in both the primordial void space and the beginning void space. In a previous video, when I mentioned that Luo Feng was the weakest domain master, some people thought I was talking nonsense, but that is not the case. The reason is that Luo Feng has only passed the 7th level of the Heavenly Bridge, while the weakest domain master in the primordial void space has already passed the 10th level, and the strongest has even broken through the 11th level. The difference in strength between these levels is vast. Even compared to the domain masters in the beginning void space, Luo Feng still has a gap, as the weakest domain master in the beginning void space has already passed the 8th level of the Heavenly Bridge. From the Heavenly Bridge's challenge records, it can be seen that Bei Chuang, who will soon battle Luo Feng, possesses the average strength of a domain master level member from the beginning void space. This means that, relying only on his understanding of the original law, Luo Feng cannot defeat Bei Chuang. The reason is that Bei Chuang's strength is already sufficient to break through the 9th level of the Heavenly Bridge, and his brother has even broken through the 10th level. The gap between the 7th and 9th levels is significant, so when Luo Feng fights Bei Chuang, he has to quickly activate over 3,000 times the amplification of his spiritual energy in order to reach the strength of the 9th level. However, the Yenshin armament originated from the Golden Horn clan, who are more proficient than humans in using the Yenshin armament. Therefore, Bei Chuang, who also using the Yenshin armament, has an advantage and controls the battle. Seeing that victory was impossible, Luo Feng immediately used the Golden Horned Beast's unique secret technique to enhance his consciousness, while simultaneously using the Blood River power to increase the compatibility with the original law, instantly elevating his strength to the peak of the 9th level of the Heavenly Bridge. This change caused the situation to suddenly reverse, and Luo Feng's attacks became stronger and more lethal than Bei Chuang's. However, because his power was too overwhelming, and Luo Feng did not have absolute suppression, his attacks could not be retracted in time. If it weren't for Elder Si Fanqi intervening to protect Bei Chuang would have been killed by Luo Feng's attack and perished on the spot. As we can see, although the challenge records of the Heavenly Bridge show only a 1-level difference, the actual difference in strength is immense. After all, from the battle between Luo Feng and Bei Chuang, it is clear that the difference between the ordinary strength at the 9th level and the peak strength at the 9th level is obvious. Therefore, when facing Bei Chuang's brother, Luo Feng has almost no chance of victory and might even suffer a crushing defeat. Similarly, among the domain master level members in the primordial void space, Luo Feng is undoubtedly the weakest, and he would find it difficult to even rank in the top 3 in the beginning void space. Are you curious about the combat strength comparison between the Masha Clan clone and the Golden Horned Beast, both at the domain master level 9? Let's first discuss the Masha Clan clone. It's important to understand that no matter which clone it is, their consciousness is interconnected and is essentially Luo Feng's consciousness. This means not only do they share the same level of knowledge, but their comprehension of the original laws is also exactly the same. As a result, in terms of comprehending the original laws, the Masha Clan clone is only at the peak of the 7th level of the Heavenly Bridge. However, unlike human Bodhas, the Masha Clan's crystal core has secret inscriptions that allow it to better fuse with the original law of space. Even though its level of comprehension remains at the 7th level, it can exert an effect close to the peak of the 9th level, or even the 10th level. It's worth noting that the Heavenly Bridges tests for the comprehension of laws require a qualitative change every 3 levels in order to successfully advance. Therefore, although the Masha Clan clone can better utilize the space law's advantages, its overall strength is not much greater than that of a human body. After all, the Masha Clan clone cannot rely on spiritual energy amplification or blood river power. Its only advantage lies in its explosive power in combat, allowing it to demonstrate extraordinary speed. This burst of power makes it more agile and versatile in battle. Moreover, the Masha Clan itself is favored by the original law of space. Despite being at the same domain master level 9, the Golden Horned Beast, which possesses peak bloodline, is the strongest clone among all others. Similar to human bodies, the Golden Horned Beast is a flesh and blood lifeform capable of using amplification secret techniques, and in some respects, it may even surpass human body in strength. Its unique advantage lies in its ability to use a secret technique exclusive to it, Deity of the World, which instantly enhances its physical attributes. Additionally, the power from 100 blood river crystals allows the Golden Horned Beast to undergo a qualitative leap in strength, reaching the 10th level of the Heavenly Bridge, or even approaching the 11th level. This makes the Golden Horned Beast rank among the top 3 in the domain master level members of the primordial void space. Of course, this is mainly due to Luo Feng's shorter training time compared to older members who have been training for over 10,000 years. Otherwise, the Golden Horned Beast would certainly hold the top position. Are you wondering why the geniuses of the Virtual Universe Company can defeat enemies of higher levels? To help you understand more easily, we can compare it to an ordinary world master. Generally speaking, lower-level world masters have only reached the 6th level of comprehension of the original laws, and their inner worlds have not yet reached their limit. As a result, the suppressive effect of the world projection on domain masters at the 9th level is relatively weak. The suppressive effect is closely related to time, where the longer the time, the stronger the suppression. However, talented domain masters, thanks to their overwhelming comprehension of the laws, can quickly end the fight by unleashing a burst of power to defeat lower-level world masters. This is why even though Luo Feng is only at domain master level 9, he can easily kill a world master level 3. Of course, level-skipping kills only apply to relative geniuses. For example, Nuo Lanshan, despite holding the huge axe medal, which signifies his extraordinary talent, is only considered an elite in the galaxy. He is nearly invincible at his level in the galaxy but still cannot defeat enemies of higher levels. Compared to the universe's true geniuses, the difference in strength is immense. Returning to Luo Feng, despite his current lag in understanding the original laws compared to other members, this is only temporary. The reason is that after his battle with Bei Chuang, Elder Sifan Qi will take Luo Feng to the Sacred Steel Tower for further comprehension. The Golden Horned Clan's Sacred Steel, similar to the Chaos Steel of humans, can help warriors comprehend the original laws. When Luo Feng begins his understanding, his inner world suddenly undergoes a transformation, entering the evolution process of a world master. During this process, a large amount of metal energy is condensed into a Golden Horned World Stone, which is the only opportunity for the Golden Horned Beast to break through to become a world master. The Golden Horned World Stone contains both metal and space attributes, and it aligns perfectly with Luo Feng, making it the ideal material for forging weapons. When breaking through to become a world master, the inner world actively reaches out and connects with the original universe origin, filling the inner world with a vast amount of cosmic energy, transforming it into a true world, where a world capable of hosting life. The surplus cosmic energy then condenses into universe crystals, which are the universal currency of the universe. An ordinary world master's inner world is about 10,000 kilometers in size, while the Golden Horned Beast's inner world is at least 1,000 times that of humans. This means that after Luo Feng breaks through to become a world master, he will obtain a staggering amount of universe crystals, greatly increasing his wealth. However, warriors generally do not use the universe crystals condensed in their inner worlds for trade. This is because, in battle, when injured or when too much energy is consumed, the universe crystals can serve as an excellent supplement. Furthermore, the vast inner world brings more advantages to Luo Feng. In battle, the stability and suppressive ability of the world projection are directly related to the size of the inner world. An ordinary immortal, even without attacking, can suppress a peak world master simply with their law domain. After all, the inner world of a human world master is usually only 10,000 kilometers, while the law domain of an immortal corresponds to a world projection of about 30 million kilometers. Imagine, the golden horned beast with a world projection of 90 million kilometers. The ordinary immortals are nothing but a joke in their presence. And this is the immense power that Luo Feng will possess in the future. After the breakthrough to the world master level in his inner world, both the golden horned beast and the Masha Clan clone also advanced to the world master level. Another advantage of becoming a world master is that the warrior's consciousness can descend to the original universe origin, further approaching the core of the laws, which makes their comprehension of the original laws clearer and faster. This allowed Luo Feng to experience a one-day training effect in the sacred steel tower equivalent to 100 years of training for an ordinary domain master. After approximately 20 days of training, the original law suddenly descended, and it was the original law of gold. This signified Luo Feng's recognition of the original law of gold. At this point, Luo Feng could not only descend his consciousness to the original universe origin but could directly enter the ocean of laws, making his comprehension of the original law of gold exceptionally smooth. In fact, compared to the 9-universe chaos steel, the sacred steel inside the sacred steel tower provided even more significant help to Luo Feng. Although the training period was only 30 days, Luo Feng had already reached the peak of the 9th level of the heavenly bridge. With the help of the spiritual energy amplification secret technique, he could even break through to the 10th level. Even when facing the challenge of Bei Chiu, Luo Feng could easily defeat him. After all, Luo Feng's strength had already reached the average level of the domain master level members in the primordial void space. However, Luo Feng ultimately did not accept Bei Chiu's challenge because to ensure victory, he would inevitably need to use enhancement secret techniques. This would cause a sudden increase in his power, which would be difficult to explain and attract the attention of the higher-ups at the virtual universe company. In fact, with the spiritual energy amplification and blood river power, Luo Feng was still not strong enough to defeat Bei Chiu. If the Zerg Queen discovered that Luo Feng's combat power had surged at least 2 levels in such a short period, they would undoubtedly launch an assassination attempt at any cost. Therefore, Luo Feng did not rush to challenge the heavenly bridge. After all, rapid progress and noticeable strength are not necessarily good things. However, from the preview, it is clear that the production team has once again adjusted the sequence of the storyline. In the original plot, Luo Feng would first break through to the world master level during his comprehension of the sacred steel, then received the recognition from the original law of gold during his training. Afterward, Luo Feng would choose to study a secret tome gifted by the Golden Horn Tribe's senior elder. After bidding farewell to the senior elder, Luo Feng would also visit another holy site of the Golden Horn Tribe to comprehend the beast god statue and continue his training. These two different levels of training processes may be combined by the production team. According to the preview of episode 160, in addition to the battle between Luo Feng and Bei Chuang, there is also a scene where Luo Feng meets with the senior elder of the Golden Horn Tribe. Therefore, the plot may be adjusted so that Luo Feng ultimately defeats Bei Chuang after accepting the senior elder's challenge. For the senior elder of the Golden Horn Tribe, their sharp eyes, as universe venerables, would easily discern Luo Feng's training age. Despite being under 300 years old, Luo Feng managed to defeat Bei Chuang, who was ranked among the top 10 geniuses of their tribe. This is undoubtedly an extraordinary achievement, indicating that Luo Feng's potential is immense. Therefore, to ensure the future development of the Golden Horn Tribe, providing Luo Feng with the opportunity to read the secret tome and comprehend the sacred steel not only deepens Luo Feng's relationship with the tribe but also brings more benefits to the tribe's future. Once Luo Feng becomes a senior member of the human clan, he will surely remember these favors, bringing more opportunities to the Golden Horn Tribe. As for the power rankings of these new immortal characters, please allow me to give you a detailed analysis in the next video. I will also reveal the spy planted by the Zerg clan within the Golden Horn Tribe. Stay tuned! Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.